Now practice more than 1.5 lakhs questions to crack JEE NEET on PracBee practice app. Download now.
Suppose there is a plane जिसको A point से B point तक जाना है, right? Along this particular path. और आपको दिया हुआ है कि जो wind है, wind is blowing in this particular direction. So this is the velocity of wind, right? So everywhere the velocity is like this, right? Along the path. Okay, so हम चाहते हैं कि जो plane की velocity हो with respect to ground is along AB, right? So you want the velocity of plane should be along this particular line. So that is your velocity of plane, right? Or we know that velocity of plane with respect to wind will be what? It is velocity of plane minus velocity of wind. Is it clear? अब आप देखो कि आपकी जो velocity of plane है, it is a vector sum of velocity of plane with respect to wind plus velocity of wind, right? Okay? तो अब आपका जो velocity of plane है with respect to wind कुछ इस तरह से होना चाहिए ना, somewhere in this direction, such that इन दोनों का जो resultant होगा वो AB के along आए. अगर आपको ये एंगल दे देता हूँ मैं, say this angle is theta and this particular angle is alpha. Theta is known to us and we know what is VW. Okay, VPW is known to us, right? तो ये गिवन है. हम अल्फा निकाल सकते हैं क्या यहाँ से? अगर हमारे पास दो वेक्टर्स हैं, देखो ये वेक्टर A है and say this is your vector B and their resultant is along this, right? So this is your A plus B. Say this angle is alpha and this angle is beta, right? तो जो इंडिविजुअल वेक्टर्स हैं उनके जो कंपोनेंट्स होंगे परपेंडिकुलर टू रिजल्टेंट, सो दिस इज A sin थीटा sin अल्फा, और ये जो कंपोनेंट दैट इज B sin बीटा, ये बराबर होंगे. So we can say A sin alpha is equals to B sin beta. Got it? Similarly, अगर आप देखो कि जो ये दो वेक्टर्स हो गए हमारे, एक वेलोसिटी ऑफ प्लेन विद रिस्पेक्ट टू विंड और एक आपका वेलोसिटी ऑफ विंड है, इनका जो रिजल्टेंट दैट इज वेलोसिटी ऑफ प्लेन, राइट? तो इनके जो परपेंडिकुलर कंपोनेंट्स होंगे, this component which is VPW sin alpha, that must balance this VW sin theta, right? Okay, so यहाँ से we can find the relation between alpha and theta. So VPW sin alpha will be equals to VW sin theta. So from this your sin alpha comes out to be VW upon VPW. Okay, तो अगर हम कह देते हैं कि जो VW है that is U and velocity of plane with respect to wind is V, right? So we have U by V sin theta. Clear? Now we know this. क्या अब हम velocity of plane निकाल सकते हैं? Yes. So your velocity of plane will be their components in that direction, right? So VPW cos alpha plus VW cos theta, right? This is V and cos alpha will be what? It will be square root of 1 minus U square upon V square sin square theta plus U cos theta. Clear है? तो यहाँ से हमें VP मिल गया, राइट? तो अब हम टाइम निकाल सकते हैं, टाइम फ्रॉम A to B. That will be distance. Let us say distance is D divided by speed, right? That is VP. Got it? तो ये बेसिक कंसेप्ट हमको लगाना होता है. चलो एक क्वेश्चन करके देखते हैं. An aeroplane has to go from a point A to another point B 500 kilometer away due 30 degree east of north, right? तो यहाँ पे एक बार ड्रॉ कर देता हूँ. So we have ये, तो ये सपोज यहाँ से स्टार्ट करता है 30 डिग्री ईस्ट ऑफ नॉर्थ, राइट? सो इस पर्टिकुलर डायरेक्शन में वो जाता है. So this point is B, this point is A. ये क्लियर है? So this is your north direction, this is your east. Okay. और A भी के बीच में जो डिस्टेंस है दैट इज गिवन एज 500 किलोमीटर. Wind is blowing due north, right? So velocity of wind is in this direction. Clear? Or we have given VW is equals to 20 meter per second. Air speed of the plane is 150 meter per second. Air speed means velocity of plane with respect to the wind, right? Okay. So velocity of plane with respect to wind is given as 150 meter per second. Okay. तो जो plane है वो AB के along move कर रहा है, तो resultant has to be along this, right? So that should be velocity of plane, right? Okay. So इसका मतलब जो velocity of plane with respect to wind होगा that will be on the other side, right? Somewhere here, right? ये clear हुआ? So let us say this angle is alpha, right? Okay. So हमें VW पता है, we know what is VPW. हम alpha निकाल सकते हैं क्या? So your VW sin 30 degree will be equals to VPW sin alpha, right? So we have sin alpha will be 20 upon 150 and we have sin 30, right? Sin 30 is 1 by 2. So it comes out to be 1 by 15, right? So sin alpha is 1 by 15. So we know the angle, right? So the plane will move in a direction which is making an angle of sin inverse 1 by 15 with AB, right? So we have to find the direction, right? So that we have found, right? The angle. Find the time taken by the plane to go from A to B, right? For that we have to calculate VP, right? So VP will be what? It will be VW cos 30 degree plus VPW cos alpha, right? Okay. Okay. When the angle is very small, say sin alpha is 1 by 15, right? It is small angle, right? In that case, your cos alpha, we know that cos alpha is 1 minus sin square alpha, right?
Yeah.
And this sin alpha is very small, so you can apply binomial approximation and you can write it as 1 minus sin square alpha by 2. Is it clear? Okay. So now your cos alpha will be 1 minus 1 by 15 square by 2, which is 1 minus 1 by 225 into 2, that is 450, right? And this comes out to be 449 by 450. Clear? Now we know what is cos alpha. So your VP will be VW कितना है हमारा? VW है 20. This will be root 3 by 2 plus VPW is your 150. Cos alpha is 449 by 450, right? Okay, so this will be 3, right? And this will be 10. So we have 10 root 3 plus 449 by 3. Is it clear?
Yes.
Now we know what is the velocity along AB, right? So your time will be distance, that is 500 kilometer, right? 500 into 10 raised power 3 upon your speed, right? That much seconds, right? Okay, so if we simplify this, we have 10 root 3 plus 449 divided by 3. So it is around 167. So it is 5 into 10 raised power 5 upon 167. So this comes out to be around 0.03 into 10 raised power 5. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to find, say in minutes, around 0.83 hours, right?
Yeah.
Or 0.83 into 60. So around 50 minutes, right? Now let us see this question. The time an aeroplane having velocity v takes to fly around the square with side A if the wind is blowing at a speed u along one of the side. तो यहाँ पर हमें क्वेश्चन क्या दिया हुआ है कि हमारे पास एक स्क्वायर पाथ है, राइट? एक स्क्वायर पाथ है, मान लो कि दिस इज ए बी सी डी, राइट, and wind is blowing parallel to one of the edge. So let us say this is the direction of the flow of wind, right? अब हमें बताना है the time taken by the plane to complete the perimeter, right? To flow along the perimeter. तो यहाँ पे हम जो पाथ है उसको स्प्लिट कर लेते हैं, राइट? A to B, B to C, C to D, D to A, राइट? से हम A to B की बात करते हैं. So this is A and this is B. अब आपकी जो wind velocity है that is in the right direction. ये आपका U है और आपका जो प्लेन है उसकी जो वेलोसिटी विद रिस्पेक्ट टू विंड है वो तो v है, राइट? तो यहाँ पर दोनों ऐड अप हो जाएंगे ना, v प्लस u. सो वेलोसिटी ऑफ प्लेन विल बी v प्लस u. इज इट क्लियर? तो यहाँ पे जो टाइम आएगा, टाइम फ्रॉम a टू b, दैट विल बी डिस्टेंस. लेट अस से द डिस्टेंस इज गिवन, इट इज गिवन एज a डिवाइडेड बाय v प्लस u. क्लियर? चलो अब हम c टू d भी ले लेते हैं, वो भी सिंपल सा है ना. C to D ले लेते हैं. So this is C and this is D. तो यहाँ पर आपकी जो wind velocity है that is also in this direction, right? So in this case the plane should move in this direction, so it becomes V minus U. Is it clear? So time from C to D will be A divided by V minus U. Now let us see BC, right? So this is B and this is C. So wind is along this direction. The plane should move, say in this particular direction, right? Right?
Yes.
And let's say this angle is alpha. So this is your V. Now it has two components. One will be in this direction, another in this direction, right? So your this is V sine alpha. And this is V cos alpha, right? Now your V sine alpha should be equals to U, right?
Yeah.
Or your sine alpha is equals to U by V. Got it?
Yes.
And your velocity of plane in this case will be V cos alpha, right?
Yeah.
So time from B to C will be distance upon speed, which is V cos alpha. V cos alpha will be square root of 1 minus U square by V square, right? So इसको जब हम solve करेंगे, it comes out to be A, and this will be V square root of V square minus U square upon V. So this will cancel out. So A upon square root of V square minus U square. Sine square alpha, which is square root of 1 minus U square by V square, right? चलो अब देखते हैं हम D to A. So this is D and this is A. Wind is blowing in this direction. So आपका जो plane होगा उसकी जो velocity, it has to be in this direction, right?
Yeah.
Is it right? So again you will have the same speed, right? Again इसके components हम ले लेते हैं. So this component will be V sin alpha and this component will be V cos alpha. Clear? तो यहाँ पर भी आपका जो V cos theta है that will be same. तो यहाँ पर भी जो time आएगा from D to A, that is same as A upon square root of V square minus U square. Clear?